What I'm about to show you is absolutely certifiably insane. It's taken such a long time to get to the spot, and it's been a crazy journey, but this might be one of the best fossils I've ever found. But before I show all of you it, you've got to see the crazy journey I've been on to get right here. I've got the car packed to live in for 3 weeks. I've got my boat and my trailer behind us, and I have no idea where this trip is going to take us, what we might find, but I am absolutely ready for an adventure. We are at the first stop of this trip, and we're trying to find exposures of the Eocene Castle Hayne Formation, and hopefully the owners or the quarry manager will let us take a look around, possibly collect, maybe take some pictures, but we're gonna find out in just a little bit.
No.
Unfortunately, that was a no, but I do know of a couple abandoned quarries that are filled in, and maybe we can collect around them or scuba dive them. Let's go check it out. Now, the reason why I'm so interested in the Castle Hayne Formation is it has really old shark teeth. Right after the extinction of the dinosaurs, this area we're driving through right now used to be a shallow sea, very similar to the Bahamas, and you got a really unique assemblage of flora and fauna, some really unique mollusks and gastropods and auriculatus shark teeth, which are the ancestors to Megalodon. I've never found one before, and I'm really hoping that we can find one on this trip. Okay, so I think I've reached the end of the road for me. I might have four-wheel drive, but that right there is not something I want to go through with the boat. So we'll park the car, the boat, somewhere in these woods, and we'll hike the rest and see what's out there. Yeah, there is no way I was making it through this in my car. This is like almost up to my knee, which is saying something considering I'm 6'3", and there's gonna be one more ditch too we gotta get through. It looks like I'm not the only one having an issue going through this stuff. Some poor soul was lost. I see a clearing in the trees over there. I think we're getting close. It's hard to believe what I'm looking at right here used to be an old cement quarry. Oh, that might be part of the ancient machinery. Ancient. That's cool. That is not your average pond. It swallowed up a huge piece of machinery. That'd be a cool place to scuba dive. I don't know how safe it is, but let's try to find some shark teeth on the surface first. Look at all the fish. This would be a great place to fish. And it would be cool to inspect that underwater. That might have to happen. Not a fossil, but first finds of the day. People out here. Oh, that is a shark tooth. Wait a minute. There's a shark tooth right next to the shotgun shell. Another gun shell right there. We did find a shark tooth. That's kind of crazy. There's the second one. There are shark teeth here. That's an extinct mackerel mako shark, it looks like. Yeah, not mackerel. It's an extinct Eocene mako shark. Beautiful too. If we can find at least one exposure, we might go home with an interesting find. I'm glad that we found something though. That is a 50 million year old shark tooth. There's another tooth. Looks like we got a sand tiger shark. Yep. Ah, it's so cool. I see another tooth right there, another sand tiger. But we've also got a lot of these really interesting shells I keep seeing popping up. There's another one right there. And while the shark teeth are cool, these shells give you a much better idea what this environment was like during the Eocene. So now it's really beautiful woods and all that, but scientists were able to use the assemblage of shells that were found in this quarry to recreate exactly what this environment looked like. And it is very similar to the modern day Bahamas, which is kind of crazy that in inland North Carolina at one point 50 million years ago, this was the Bahamas. I think we got an echinoid. Okay, that looks like an echinoid right there. Echinoids are basically fat sand dollars, and yes, that's an echinoid. Let's clean that up. It should have like a little star shape right here. Hello, fishy. It's hard to see, but yeah, that is an echinoid. That is so cool. I love these fossils. You only find them in very old deposits in Florida. Ooh, I think I see another one. I think I see another one. I think I see another one, please. Oh, it's broken, but yes. Second echinoid. That'll be cool if we can go home with a few of these. That's a really nice example of the star pattern on these sea biscuits. So similar to sand dollars. Too bad it's chipped off there. We'd probably collect it, but that's a cool little fossil. Okay, that's pretty crazy looking. For sure. It's a football-sized field hole in the ground. Well, I think that's gonna be it for me here today. We did manage to get a couple really nice echinoids, a few of the Eocene shark teeth, but this place is abandoned. And not to mention, very overgrown. So we'll head back to the car, head to our next spot we have mapped out, and maybe one day I'll come back to dive that abandoned equipment. Oh, the sweet safety of my car. Let's get out of here. We're almost at the next spot we're going to be checking today. It's on private property, so hopefully this time we can get permission. No! So yesterday kind of sucked. 2 out of the 3 spots I wanted to go with y'all were closed off limits. I just got some rest at my brother's house and we're going to get the trailer hooked up. Unfortunately, 2 cars have kind of boxed in my trailer, but we'll get that out and we'll get back on the road and start finding fossils again.
6.5 hours later.
I have never been on this river system before. The water is like chocolate milk, but I think I see a Miocene exposure in front of me. I have no idea how deep this river is, what I'm gonna find, and if I'm gonna find anything at all today, but I'll get underwater and who knows, sometimes scouting you find some of your best and most incredible fossils and discoveries. We are out of the water for the first dive. I had to walk through the swamp to get back to the boat, and I am currently being stormed by mosquitoes. We found a lot of interesting things, but I'm gonna try to escape all of these bugs and show you what we found further downriver, away from all of these crazy insects. Well, we managed to escape the mosquitoes and at the same time find a very unique Miocene exposure. You can see some very well preserved scallop shells in here, as well as these larger shells, which I don't know what species that is. I don't normally find large ones like that, so I want to see if we can't recover it. Now, unfortunately, even though this stuff looks pretty fresh, it's 8 million years old. It's from the Miocene, same period that the Megalodon shark existed, and it's kind of delicate, but maybe we can get the shell out in one piece, because that would be really cool, but we'll see. Very cool. Oh, look at that. That thing is huge. Bet it tasted good back in the day. Don't want to take too much off. It might become unstable, but that's a cool shell. That is a very cool shell. Me gusta. Do you guys see this? I'm about to get in the water, and there is an osprey not 10 yards away from us. I'm literally feet away from this beautiful bird. Right there. Literally just a couple feet away. Oh my gosh. Why are you letting me get so close? I wonder if it needs help, if it's injured. I don't know how I could possibly go about approaching it. This isn't normal. Like, one of these birds, especially a bird of prey, shouldn't let someone like me, a bigger predator, come up close. I really hope it's okay. I don't know what to do if it's not.
Thank you for calling the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission's Wildlife Helpline.
Good afternoon. My name is Sean. I'm a wildlife biologist with the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission. How can I help?
There's an osprey just on the middle of a log, kind of half in, out of the water, and it's not making any effort to fly away. I swam into the river right up next to it, and it let me get within inches without being too responsive. It's standing upright, but it's not acting normally.
Actually, give me 1 second. Just want to look up the area and see if there's any wildlife rehabilitators in the location. All right. It's a good number. Can I text you some names and numbers?
Yeah, you can text me some names and numbers, sure. So if anyone's willing to take it, and if they are, I can go ahead and get it in the boat, take it to the boat ramp, and then drive it there.
Yes, I'll send you a list of individuals and have you reach out to them, okay?
Alright, thank you. Okay, I've got some good news. One of the rehabilitation centers reached out to me. I've got the green light to go ahead and try to contain this osprey. And if we can get this beautiful bird in the boat, back to the boat ramp, in my car, we will manage to take it to rehabilitation center. So I have watched too many videos of people's arms getting torn up by these birds, so I'm actually gonna put my wetsuit back on. And hopefully this thing will be enough protection to keep me from getting scarred by their talons. I've seen these things hunt for most of my life growing up, and they're incredible animals. Osprey have one of the highest efficiencies for catching prey. I think it's like 25% of the time that they go in for a dive, they catch a prey item. And I don't know about all of you fishermen out there and fisherwomen that follow the channel, but if you were that successful every cast, that would be impressive. I think I'm gonna try to put the fossils away over here and then use this tote to put it in. That way it won't freak out and panic while we're going back to the boat ramp. It can stay in a nice dark area. Should have plenty of oxygen, but I might try to poke a hole in this or just leave it cracked or something. Yeah, I'll probably just crack it here, and that way oxygen can come in, and we'll try to save this beautiful animal. I really hope we can. All right, I think I'm gonna get in the water and use this to get it in the boat. I don't really see much of any other options, to be honest. It's 21 feet deep below me too, so just gotta be careful. Officially out of the boat. Hey, hey. You've got your own little boat for you. Right here. Nice and cozy. Get you on top of that. Actually, well, she's in the boat. Bigger than I thought you were. All right, let me get in the boat before I do anything else. Well, she's in the boat, and that was exhausting. Step in the right direction. Now I need a boat downstream, get to the car, and get this animal to the rehabilitation center as quickly as possible, so let's do that. Let's go do that right now. So, unfortunately, I have some really disheartening news. The osprey did not survive the long journey to the rehabilitation center, and it's incredibly frustrating to me because I talked to multiple people on the river and they knew about the animal, they'd seen it struggling, and they didn't do anything about it. And if you guys ever run across an injured animal, there is always a hotline you can call to try to get help or figure out steps you as an individual can take. Of course, don't just try to help an injured animal without talking to anyone. That's why I called. And I've got so much respect for the workers at these rehabilitation centers that were so willing to take on another injured animal. And I really wish we could have gotten it saved, but sometimes just nature takes its course, I guess. But if any of you ever have free time that you're wanting to use for a good cause, I recommend volunteering for a local rehabilitation center. They can use it, and you're definitely doing something good. I need to get back on the road. I still have plenty of driving to do, and then I'm probably gonna have a late night, and maybe we can get on a different river and find some fossils again. So I'm gonna tell you right now, after a long day, this is the part about fossil hunting that's not so glamorous. That is where I get to sleep tonight, in my beautiful car with my kayak and all that jazz. I'm gonna get some sleep, and I'll see all of you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's time to go find some fossils. It's already like 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It took forever to get this in the water and to get to this location. And it's supposed to rain for the next like 5 days, but we might have a quick shot to find some crazy fossils, so I'm gonna get underwater.
That is crazy.
I think it goes without saying that this first spot is a good one. Check this out. Just look at these whale bones. That's a nearly perfect whale vertebrae. We've got another whale vertebrae there. That's a rib, that's part of a skull. That's a big animal. There might be some more stuff like that in there, and maybe even the sharks that hunted them. I did get one really cool tooth. That's a super worn down, early Eocene, mid-Eocene auriculatus shark tooth, the ancestor to Megalodon. It has no enamel left. That's a really old tooth, and that's a good sign. It's time to go back in. Holy crap. I just got back from being underwater and I cannot hold off showing you guys anymore what this is. That is one of the biggest and best, most well-preserved Megalodon teeth I have ever found, and it's gonna clean up so well. This would have been from a probably 45, 50 foot shark. That thing is absolutely insane. I'm freaking out. I gotta clean it up. I've got other Megalodon teeth, lots of shark teeth. there's so much whale bone in there. I had to strap them to my belly. There's some more whale verts. Let's clean this tooth. It's about to rain real bad, so this couldn't have become at a better time. We'll clean it. Maybe I can get 30 more minutes underwater, and we'll get out of here while it's raining. This is amazing. All right, before I clean those two badass teeth, I gotta empty the contents of my bag, and this is already so satisfying. Look at all of them teeth. That is a killer mako. We got lots of these reworked Eocene auriculatus shark teeth. This shark is actually the ancestor to Megalodon. So over 30 million years, this shark eventually became this incredible beast of an animal. And this animal with these insane teeth ate those whales. And they did a good job of it here. We found a lot of whale, more whale than I have ever found in a single river bend in my life. So every fossil hunter knows how important size is. So I'm gonna measure this. I'm already pretty confident it's the biggest tooth I've found, and it's above 5 inches. And we've got 5 and almost 5 and 1/4. That's a big tooth. That is an insanely big tooth. All right, we'll clean it. We'll clean it now. Oh my gosh, I just can't stop looking at it. All right, let's scrub a dub this real quick. I've got some magic eraser. Get that wet. Let's clean this bad boy up. Oh, it's already starting. Wow. This tooth is honestly still freaking me out a little bit. It's completely overshadowed the rest of these normally really nice teeth I found. The Mako, the other Megs, the Ricks. But I've just got to be really happy and satisfied with this thing. It's definitely the biggest tooth I've personally found. That is absolutely incredible. What a lucky, blessed day. After a week of scouting, I was getting really downtrodden, but it really paid off big. Thank you to everyone that has supported the channel, and thank you to everyone that's watching right now. I see where I left off, and I'm about to get right back underwater.
Look at that.
I'm starting to think it was pretty appropriate that I found a pair of lucky dice in the river. What are the chances of that? This has to be one of my new favorite spots. I have never had a dive like this. I am officially done with the river today, and I have everything laid out from our second dive. But before I get into that, I have to give a huge shout out to Big Blue. They provided me with these 2 video lights on top of my dive helmet, and without them, it would have been impossible for me to see underwater. I highly recommend Big Blue to any professional or amateur divers that are looking to get into black water or poor visibility situations. The video lights are great because I can actually capture good quality video underwater without blaring it out. If you are interested in purchasing Big Blue lights, you can use the code DIGGINGSCIENCE in checkout on their website, linked in the description below, and you'll get 10% off of your purchase. But now, we're gonna get into the last finds and the absolute best find from this trip. These are all the teeth from the second dive. We didn't get a lot of nice Megalodon teeth, but we did find a couple of really nice extinct white shark teeth, commonly referred to as Makos. These are actually the shark that would eventually evolve into great white. They just evolved serrations, and then morphologically the tooth remained basically the same. This over here would have been even bigger than my first Megalodon tooth. That thing is absolutely chonky. Might have been getting close to 6 inches, but it's in really bad shape. The rest of the Megs I found were really worn, just like that. We did also get more whale material, really nice vertebrae, and then sections of jaw. One of these I collected because I could see there it is, a really well-defined bite mark. So this animal, this whale, look at them all, there's tons of little bite marks, was 100% scavenged by Megalodon sharks. And that's exactly what I think was going on here. This was a hunting area for Megalodon, and that's why we found not 1, but 2 really big teeth It's really incredible to be able to get out and experience history physically like this and share it with all of you. If you did enjoy this crazy adventure, I really appreciate it. If you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We get out every single week and record videos like this. And remember, if you are interested in doing blackwater diving yourself, check out Big Blue. It is linked in the description below. You do get that 10% discount if you use the code DIGGINGSCIENCE. And as always, kind of appropriate, keep on digging science.